Hello and welcome to the Auburn on Main podcast. My name is Jonathan Glover, Communications Manager for the City of Auburn, and this is episode 68. Got past 67. Angee, how are you doing? I'm joined by Angee, my co-host.
Hi, how are you? Yes.
We're doing great.
Okay.
It's a little warm in this room.
It's kind of warm.
Are you guys warm?
4 bodies. We've been laughing in here for a while.
We've been talking for a while. That's on the. We'll release the like the outtakes. That'll be like a I don't know what we would do to
release the
that.
outtakes. That could be a whole segment itself.
Honestly, that would be but that would be like holding somebody hostage. You don't want to know what we're talking about before. No, it's totally fine. And we're joined today by Curtis Carlson. Hello.
Hello.
And Paris Van Quill.
Hi.
Hi. Thanks for joining us, you guys. You're both from Parks.
Yes.
You came over from Parks today, from Let's Go Park. Did you walk here, Paris?
I did.
Wow. That's wild. Did you, Curtis?
I drove.
Okay.
I drove.
But sometimes you walk.
Yes, I do. Sometimes I drive.
You walk with my fiance.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely right. Yeah.
She's always walking.
When I first got hired, she told me about the Orchid card and commuting up on the train, and wasn't as hard as I thought it was going to be. And so it's a cool commute sometimes, just kind of unplug a little bit and not have to worry about rear-ending somebody in the never-ending traffic.
Absolutely.
Things
I just
that.
like not having to. I don't like driving. I don't like paying attention when I'm driving. There's and I probably should admit this out loud, but there's times like, when you're like on a really long road and you're like, I feel like I could read a book right now, right? I never would, but I feel like I could. That's how bored I get. So it's just not good for me driving, especially traffic. I don't like traffic. Be honest with me. Does Ashley look like G.I. Jane today? What she's wearing?
I did not pay that close attention. Okay. She's been in interviews all day, so I haven't hardly seen her.
She was wearing these pants this morning, and she said people last time they were cooking.
She actually did a salute for me this morning, and she did look like she was a member of the military when she leaned into it.
She's wearing like some like pants that I've never seen before in my entire life.
She doesn't wear pants.
No, she doesn't.
Just leggings.
Yeah. Okay. I don't get the reference. So
G.I. Jane.
I don't.
The movie?
I don't know that.
No,
I'm sorry.
It's like I don't know, it's a woman in the army.
Okay.
Okay. Have you seen Ashley on her scooter? Sorry, we're talking about Ashley still.
Yes.
She started scooting.
Yes.
Sometimes.
Scooting.
Yes. Yep. And I love the backstory about how you gave her a hard time, and then she just next day aired.
She whipped
and
it
is
out.
on the scooter. And I was
Let that be. So
funny.
anybody who is thinking about commuting to work, there are so many options. You can train, you can scooter, you can walk, you can drive.
You can roller skate.
Roller skate. Andrew drove today, right?
I did.
Yeah.
I did.
Okay. Well, thanks for joining us again. Angee, you're going to Armenia soon?
I am. Today's my last day at work. It's been the most fabulous work day, honestly, in a long time. And I'm leaving tomorrow, so I'm super excited. But yeah, other than that, my days have been like full, like to the brim.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, I've just had a lot going on.
Is this just like do you have family over there? Is it just a bucket list thing?
My mom's
what's going on?
side of the family is in Armenia. I was just there like 8 months ago. I got married in Armenia. Yeah. And so I'm just going back like last minute. My family already had a plan to go this whole time. And then I was like, wait, I could go too. So I just went. I'm going.
How long is the flight?
The flight I have going this time, it's like 20 hours total to fly. And then on the way back, it's 26. 2
What's the
layovers. Frankfurt.
So you fly direct to Frankfurt? Oh, wow. What time does the flight leave?
It's at like 6 p.m.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you going to like red eye it? Are you going to like sleep on the plane?
I think I'm going to sleep on the plane.
Yeah, I can't.
Oh.
Sleep on planes.
It's not too hard when it's international overnight.
Yeah.
You just do what you have to do.
I don't know.
Stay
I just
up.
suck. I don't want to, but I close my eyes and then I just don't fall asleep. But I've never tried like melatonin or anything. I've not done anything to try to help. Noise canceling headphones help for sure.
Yeah.
I'm curious, do you guys have any snack ideas for the plane ride that aren't like super crazy?
I love me some dried fruit. Some like mangoes.
Then you have to go to the restroom, right?
From the dried fruit?
Yeah,
What do you mean?
like don't like prunes and
Wait, hold on. I didn't say fruit.
Like dried mango.
like apricots.
Dried mango.
Yeah.
Dried apricots. I love those.
Apricots.
But those give
Chocolate covered raisins.
folks the runs, right? No?
I don't know.
Almonds?
I mean, everything
That's really
in
high
moderation. If you overdo it, I'm sure it
Isn't
will.
the goal to be like high calorie, compact? Like, no?
Not when you're a skinny legend.
Are you on the aisle? Where are you at?
I bought myself aisle seats.
Oh, then you don't have to worry. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're in charge of your own kingdom.
Yeah. I sit in the aisle because I'm claustrophobic, and we went to the caves, right? And you noticed I'm a little claustrophobic.
She was a little claustrophobic.
Yeah.
We did the upper caves. Have you been to the Ape Caves at St. Helens?
Oh yeah.
It was super fun. I had a blast.
Oh my God. You went. When did you go?
I've been a dozen times.
Oh,
my
good.
God.
Oh my gosh. How cool.
I take groups of kids with Pierce County Park sometimes.
Oh my
that's
gosh.
super cool.
What, like you used to work for them or you volunteer?
Well,
or
I
what?
still work with Pierce County Parks too.
Yeah. Do you do the upper caves with the kids?
Is that the
The harder one, the longer one.
where you climb up the rock piles? Yeah.
Wow. You take kids?
Yeah.
They can
love
like,
climbing.
It's basically just chasing them and making sure they
they're
stay
like
in your
natural
line of
climbers.
sight.
I
Yeah.
swear to
That's
God.
their
They
natural
turn
state.
like 4 and they're like, just get me on a tree, get me somewhere vertical, and they just do it. Like my nephew, he's 8. He just like climbed the hardest wall ever. If he tries, he doesn't like to try. He likes to like mess around and like swing around the ropes. But if he actually tries, it's like, oh my God.
why didn't Todd and your nephew come? That
I don't know.
Fun.
I think the cars were full and then they weren't. And then it like felt rude to be like, hey, give up your entire Monday. I'm going to ask you the day before and you're going to feel like you have to say yes.
Right. Okay.
We didn't ask.
All right. Fun. Well,
Curtis and Paris, what have y'all been up to? You're both relatively new at the city, right? Did you start around the same time, like legitimately?
Yeah, I think I was like a month or so before Paris. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been here almost exactly a month and
Oh, wow.
wow.
Yeah.
You're
Time
like
flies.
fresh.
super fresh.
Yeah.
How are you liking it?
I'm loving it.
Oh, good.
I've been in specialized recreation before, so it's fun to be back. I've been working with teens for the past few years, so
Oh my
this is
goodness.
refreshing.
Tell us about
I would be
the
refreshed
journey.
not having to work with teens too, by the way.
For sure.
Teens are great, but yeah,
Yeah.
can be a lot. Yeah, how is it? Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, and I have to say I'd rather though work with teens than like really little kids.
Yeah.
That's just me though.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
4-year-olds.
Yeah, I don't know about all that. What's your specialty what are both of you do the sports stuff, right?
I do the sports, yes.
And then what's your specialty here?
I do specialized recreation, which is recreation for folks with disabilities.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Yeah, we've had that for a long time, but there's the person who was doing that has been out for a while, so we kind of started to fill that role.
Yeah, because I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's been around a long time, Jamie.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay, fun.
Well, let's get into that.
Let's get into
Paris,
it.
can you talk about that? Like, what I think if for some of our listeners and residents, they probably have no idea that we do that, and if they do have an idea, they're definitely doing it. Maybe not at City of Auburn parks, but somewhere. Like, what is that world, and how does that work, and what do you do like all day?
Yeah, I'm still figuring some of that out, but we essentially do adaptive sports, activities, socials, and just really enable people with disabilities to have a recreational space that will meet them where they're at. Yeah.
Like, for example, what are some of the activities?
So we do sports on the evenings. We have kickball, pickleball, basketball, all the balls. And then we'll do field trips out to we have one at Kelsey Creek Farm this summer. We're going to do a walking group in the fall. So we'll check out Billy Frank Jr., Nisqually Delta.
Oh, fun.
That's cool. Like a nature walk?
Yeah.
Like kind of like a hike, but
yeah, there's not that
quite.
many ADA accessible trails. And
Yeah.
if they are, they're a 2-hour drive and 0.5 miles total. So
Right.
really not worth it. But Billy Frank Jr. down right before Lacey is a wooden boardwalk that's ADA accessible. That's super, super awesome.
Cool.
Oh my gosh, so fun.
Do you ever go to Ruston for a walk?
All the time.
Yeah, that's
Every Sunday.
That's all paid.
Wow, look at you.
It gets really busy though.
We go in the morning. It's not that bad, but there's a couple of run clubs.
Yeah, there are.
There's the Tacoma Girl Walk and the Black Run Club. So if you go on a Saturday, you're going to run into a million people.
Right.
Is there a full range of abilities and disabilities? Are there caregivers coming or are they independent?
It's a complete range. So we accommodate physical, developmental, and intellectual disabilities, et cetera, et cetera. So some people come with a caregiver. Other people's parents will come to the evening ones. And then some people just come on their own as well.
Nice.
Fun.
Is the kickball popular?
You know what? This is my first summer. And kickball is yet to start, but I think all the sports are pretty popular. I think bowling is actually the biggest hit among participants. Yeah, they love bowling.
Bocce balls, getting ready to get up and go
There's
on.
so many sports I forgot. We do bocce ball, cornhole.
Yeah.
Bocce ball on the court that's right at Let's Go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's cool. I played bocce ball once, and I was terrible at it. Have you ever played, Angee?
No, I don't even know. Like, I can't even conceptualize what that is.
I would say it's known for like retirees playing, right?
Yeah.
It'll be like at a retirement community because it's like a pretty low impact. Like it's almost like
It's very leisure.
Yeah, it's
I
like
actually take a lot of
curling.
my programming inspo from senior centers.
Yeah.
What's the age range that you?
Currently, we mostly program for 16 and up. Some of our programs are 8 and up, others are 12 and up, but we're working in preschool programming and programming for younger kids.
Oh, that's so sick.
Yeah, like what? Yeah, I had that written down to ask you. What sort of opportunities like are there for the youth that you're kind of bringing forward or would like to?
Yeah, so I've only been here for a month, and on the summer schedule, I squeezed in 2 3-day series, one in July and one in August, called Make It, Move It, Cool It. It's exactly what it sounds like. There's crafts, movement-based games, and then the last day is like water-focused play. So we have 2 of those, July and August, and then your fiance and I were actually talking about doing dual programming to do like a sensory music class.
Oh yeah.
Possibly open to the public, but with a sensory-friendly hour afterwards. So we're still working out what a lot of that youth programming will look like. We have an open house with the public tomorrow to get opinions and just gauge what age groups are interested in and what kind of programming they'd be interested in.
Super cool.
I love that you guys are taking feedback from the community. Is that what that is? A public?
Yeah.
That's so cool.
I don't want to make a program that nobody wants. So
Right. I love that.
For sure. And then Curtis, you do all the sports,
youth and adult. Yeah.
gardening as well, right?
Yes, we're looking for a community garden manager. So anybody wants to apply for that?
What? I have a plot. Camille and I have a plot
Oh,
at
you
the
do?
Auburn
Angee
Community
has a
Garden.
plot. What are you
do.
guys growing?
Perfect.
We are growing all sorts of veggies
Awesome.
and flowers.
Awesome.
Yes. Tell us more.
What kind of? Wait, hang on. What kind of veggies specifically though?
So you really want to know?
Well, I mean, like, yeah. If somebody was like, "I'm growing a bunch of veggies," and then it's a bunch of lettuce.
Okay. Lettuce is cool.
I'm
You were
not
just
saying- hang on,
telling
I
us
love
to
lettuce.
grow lettuce.
I'm not saying I love lettuce, but if all you're growing is lettuce, that's
Yeah.
like that's different than if like, oh, I'm growing cucumbers and peppers.
Okay.
and-
We are growing. I don't remember what we're growing.
She was stalling for time this whole time.
No, it's like green beans.
Okay.
Green peas. Peas or beans.
Those are both great. They're different things, but peas are great. Green beans are great.
I think they're peas.
Like sugar snap peas.
And yeah, and then some flowers. I don't remember what they're called. And then James and I in our balcony are growing cherry tomatoes and a couple other things, and we want to take those when they're ready to like grow and take them to the plot to have a place there. And the reason why I don't quite remember the ones that Camille and I planted is because she brought the ones that we were going to plant.
Yeah.
So like I don't remember what they are. I'm just watering it every
You should
day.
grow lettuce on your balcony.
Yeah.
That's what I did.
Well, I know that's why I was surprised you brought up lettuce because I was like, wait, last
just,
time you
an
were
example.
literally just talking about lettuce.
I do love some balcony lettuce.
Yeah. So,
It just keeps going. How's that been? Been a community garden
I did not realize
manager.
it was going to be as serious as
Yeah.
it has been
People
with
love
the
their garden
plots
plots,
and
yeah.
they treat it like HOA.
it's-
They're like, you need
Yes.
to, if you don't have an aesthetic garden,
yeah,
you know.
it's very territorial, is what I'm finding out. Yeah,
That's
so
fun.
just a lot of going out there and trying to resolve disputes. And this person's growing things in my plot, and my plot is a little bit smaller than this other person's plot, and things like that. So, but it's been good.
How do you get a plot? What did you do? What's the process?
Yeah, you just call into the community center and you just say, hey, I'm interested in getting a plot. And we have seasonals and we have more year-round plots for people who want to grow things all year round.
Is
And
yours year round?
I think ours is seasonal, but we want to make it year round.
It's just like a wait list for the year round. Huh?
yeah.
Because like, where do the veggies go when when our date is over? Like, we don't know.
Just pull all it up.
I think I'd like to submit. Just kidding.
Yeah, well, we work with different groups around the city to for any leftover food. There's plenty of donation centers that will take some of that food.
Yeah, that's really cool.
For any surplus that people might have.
I'm not worried about
okay.
surplus. We'll
Oh,
eat that. Yeah, no, I'm more so talking
We
about
could
like
bring it on the plane eventually.
I know, like I'm just like I do want to throw like a harvest party and like people can come get a veggie or
That'd be
whatever.
fun.
Oh, okay.
But I'm more so I'm like it's just sad. Like you spent all that time growing stuff and now you have to like tear it down. You know.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
that's fine.
Yeah, definitely a labor of love for sure.
Super
And
cool.
so,
sure.
Have you ever cooked with any of the veggies you've grown?
We haven't grown anything
Oh,
yet.
okay.
Like nothing's.
Have
nothing's
either of
grown.
you?
Yeah.
That's like the best
that's
feeling.
So cool.
It's so cool. Obviously a privilege to be able to do it, to like have a space to like do it. But once you do that,
Yeah.
it's like when you make bread. I'm always aware that I'm pulling. I've talked about this so much. I'm pulling the yeast from the air. You know, I'm creating something out of nothing, which is super cool.
I love that.
It's fun.
And what have you grown, Paris?
So I don't actually have a space per se. I have an indoor hydroponic garden.
Oh, that's
wow,
super
that's
cool.
fancy.
And
Yeah.
so I grow lettuce and herbs
Lettuce.
and stuff that flowers doesn't actually grow very well on that. I've tried to do cherry tomatoes, strawberries, and broccoli, but it was not successful.
What is that? The thing. Sorry.
A hydroponic garden, it's just like a water garden with very minimal soil. So each plant has like a little section for it and a soil plug, and it just automatically waters. I can show you a picture.
Is it like one of those like circular things?
Yeah, it looks
Okay.
like an alien spaceship.
Okay, I want one of those.
They're awesome.
That's so
You have
cool.
a birthday coming up
Okay.
eventually. In
Yeah.
a whole year.
You know what I do have seeds for? Watermelons. We couldn't. These are the things
You need
I
a lot
brought
of
to the
land for
table.
watermelon, yeah.
Yeah, I brought to the table. We're growing Camille's stuff right now because she brought her seeds. My seeds were watermelon, broccoli, and cucumber, and eggplants for James. He loves eggplants. And we did plant the eggplants though. But anyway, I couldn't find the seeds anywhere. And our place is like pretty spotless. Like if something's missing, it's like, where is it? Like the
Couldn't find the keys this morning.
Anyway, I was like, where are they? They have to be some. Anyway, James found them in the freezer. They stuck,
What?
I guess, to something we bought that goes in the freezer, and then we put them in the freezer, and we just found them the other day. So I have to go.
Are they okay?
Would they
Are
still
okay?
grow
Yeah.
after that?
Does that work?
We looked it up. We Reddited it, and they will grow. They will survive.
Heck yeah. I love that. Oh,
Okay.
okay, so Curtis, you also do sports, not just adult. You do all ages,
Yep.
right?
Yeah, youth, starting at kindergarten all the way up to adult.
So I'm imagining you're probably going to be very busy this summer, right?
Yeah,
is
starting
the
next
busy
week.
season.
Starting next week, yeah, have 3-4 different programs starting all at the same time. Everything's starting to converge together. It's summertime. School's getting ready to get out, and so people are looking for things to do. And yeah,
What I don't know. Has anything like, have you thought of, I don't know, when you came here, was it like something that like, oh, we should definitely do this? For me, it was like ultimate Frisbee when I first came to the city. I relent. It probably would not be super popular here. I don't know if it would work, but I tried to talk to Kevin about it, and he was like, yeah, people sign up for it. We could do it.
yeah.
So is there anything like that that's kind of stuck out to you that maybe Auburn was missing, or you think maybe we can do?
I think it's kind of what Paris said, and just kind of taking that feedback from the community and seeing what people are interested in, and if enough people are interested in it, then we'll try and give it a go and see how many people get registered for that program and see if we can continue to build it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's one of those things where we don't want to waste a whole bunch of time and energy putting something together and, wasting resources and money and all that kind of stuff, just to do something that nobody's going to register and sign up for. So
It's like event planning for an event nobody wants,
Yeah.
or I don't know, you like make a movie that nobody watches.
yeah,
It's got to feel bad.
yeah.
You started Friday night pickleball, right?
I did not start that. I started Friday night basketball.
Friday night basketball. Apologies.
Yes.
Friday night basketball. How's that going?
It's been going good. I've enjoyed it, and there's pickleball has just blown up so much that over the last couple of years, it's kind of taken over the community center and the gym and the parks and things like that. Anywhere people can play pickleball, people have gone there. You know what I
They
mean?
will
And
find
so
it, yeah.
it's kind of been at a detriment to some other activities and some other sports, kind of pushing them out. And so just want to make sure that the community center is equitable and it has other activities that people want to participate in. So
Absolutely.
love
Do you like
that.
pickleball? Do you play it yourself?
I've played it and it's really fun.
Yeah, it's
Absolutely. I definitely get the draw. Kind of like you were saying, it's a little bit lower impact. You
Right.
see a lot of older retirees and things like that and former tennis players who can't run on the big old tennis court anymore. So I really do enjoy the aspect. It's competitive if you want it to be, all that kind of stuff. So
Or it's, you know what I think the tennis players, it's like when you play a video game and let's say, I don't know, you play like Madden or something. And then you're like, I'm going to play against my nephew. He's 8. Like, I'm really good at the game. He's not. That's what I feel like these tennis players with pickleball, because they come in there and they're like just amazing immediately. And it's like, all right, come on, go play.
Well,
go
it's
play
different
tennis.
because you can't do the same kind of spins and things like that,
That is
on
true.
the ball. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like they try and get a lot of the top spin if you watch a tennis player swing, they try to do that where the ball will like kind of curve up over the net, and in pickleball you can't necessarily do that. So
They're bad about the kitchen too.
yeah,
It,
so
it trips them up.
Stay out of the
yeah,
kitchen.
so they have probably a better foundation than me starting off. I've never played tennis, you know what I mean? And so they have some of those basic fundamentals that would put them way ahead of where I would start at for sure.
They're all very iconic. Like I've seen them a couple times, and they're very cool.
The pickleballers? Yeah, for sure. There was a period there. I've since moved on from pickleball. I was a little obsessed there for a minute, I'll admit. We started playing it, and then you know how you get into a new hobby, and then YouTube and everything, they just they know, and they start feeding it to you.
Oh yeah.
And then after a while, that's all your algorithm is showing, and then you get overwhelmed. You're like, wait a minute, I gotta reset this. That happened to me with pickleball. Then I was watching live pickleball. I was like, I don't care about this. What am I doing? And yeah, it got pretty bad. Like when I had downtime, I would just watch people play for an hour. So
I hope we don't hear you talking about sourdough like this in a year, because pickleball was something you were
my algorithm right now, it's been a lot of sourdough.
Yeah.
But I don't want it, right? I don't actually want to watch people, because when you take too much in, and now you've lost. You had an idea of how you would do the sourdough, and then you watch this new video, and it's no, you're doing it wrong. Do it this way. And then you're like, shoot, was I doing it wrong? But the loaf I made was really good.
But it works,
so then you try it, and then that didn't work at all. And then you start to question everything. So I don't want to watch too much of it. I don't want to be too, I don't know. It's weird. YouTube's really stupid that way. And then you know what happened? Has anybody ever seen, I don't know, I'm still going on about this. Has anybody ever seen that YouTube video? It's the evolution of dance. It's the very first viral YouTube video. Does anybody know what I'm talking about?
No.
It's 20 years old. It's legitimately one of the very first viral videos. Look it up later. It's called The Evolution of Dance. It's just a guy dancing. It's on a stage. And this was back when YouTube was very pure. And
so it's not like Reagan?
No, it's just a guy dancing on stage. And it's
Reagan?
potato quality. It's really terrible because it was filmed I don't know, with a 720p, probably not even that, 480p. Anyway, I watched that. I don't know why it recommended it to me, and now my YouTube algorithm is just a bunch of old viral videos. How do I get out of this? I don't want these, so I'm trying to find the ones that I do want, but I'm having to scroll. Anyway, you guys don't care about this. This is my YouTube
we
journey.
care.
It's so boring.
My phone is sitting right over here. So now when I get out of here, now I'm gonna have all
watch
kinds
Evolution of Dance and then watch. You're gonna get every viral video. It's
watch.
I'm getting videos that are 16 years old. I don't want this.
know.
Why does YouTube? I guess they assume, you watched an old video, you also like old videos. That's the thing. There's no common theme.
Yeah, it's how do you escape it too? Something I do is I immediately when I clock it, I swipe it as quick as I can, so the algorithm knows I'm not interested.
And then you do it with a frowny face,
Yeah.
I think if you delete it from your watch history, I think it does something, but I'm too lazy to do that.
Yeah.
That happened to me on LinkedIn, where I liked somebody's post where they were I'm really down in the dumps, I really need a job, and then suddenly the only posts I were seeing on LinkedIn, not that person, but people losing their job. And I started to think, is LinkedIn just a place where people lose their job and then talk about it? And I realized, wait, no, that's just my algorithm.
Social engineered you. Yeah. There's some people on LinkedIn, I get their emails. That tells me when they're posting, and it's I didn't sign up for this.
Didn't ask for this.
I don't know what to do about that either. But I'm really bad about unsubscribing from Gmail. I'll just go and I'll click red. I'll say whatever, and I never actually go click. It doesn't matter. Whatever.
Right, okay.
We've gone on a tangent. Paris.
Sorry.
Is there anything this summer for camps that you're doing that you're excited about?
We have the Make It Move It Cool It camp for youth that I mentioned. Other than that,
just keep on keeping on.
Right,
focusing on our fall programming right now, since summer was already kind of on the books when I joined. So I just threw in those 2 camps. And
yeah, all of the planning's already happened, right?
Yeah.
Just kind of waiting to get to it. Are you both excited for Kids Day?
June 23rd, right?
This will be your first time for both of you, right?
Yeah.
Have you been to it? And you'll be at it, right? I'm assuming.
I'm definitely taking my boys.
Yeah. It's a Tuesday. We'll be there.
Yeah, we'll be there. You're from Auburn, right?
originally, yeah.
And then Curtis, where are you from? Because it sounds like you moved here, right? Or no?
No, I've been in the area. My wife is from Puyallup, and so
Say that again.
my wife is from Puyallup.
I mean, he's kind of saying
Puyallup?
It's pretty close.
Puyallup.
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 That was better. That was better.
Oh,
I think you're fine. So, but where are you from, though?
Where am I from? I'm from Eastern Washington, near Walla Walla.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You kind of did Spokane.
Yeah, I lived in
Is
Spokane
that-
for 6 years.
Okay.
I've never actually been to Walla Walla.
Wow, really?
Yeah, I wanted to. It's gonna sound weird. The reason I wanted to go was because of the prison. So when I worked for the newspaper, there was opportunities to go to the prison to talk to inmates there, because that's where obviously the Washington State Penitentiary is, the worst of the worst of Washington's criminals. So that would have been the reason that I went.
Yeah. Well, a couple of fun little tidbits about Walla Walla. So when I was growing up, they had a 3-on-3 basketball tournament called Peach Basket.
Uh-huh.
When basketball was created,
Yeah.
it was the hoop was a peach basket, literally.
That's super cool. Did they still do that?
They still have the tournament, and when they had a cool little partnership with the penitentiary for like the work release. Okay. So they would have inmates come out, and like the night before the tournament started, they would have all those work release inmates put together all the hoops and line all the courts and all that kind of stuff. So it was kind of a cool little way for them to get rewarded. But when you go back to kind of the beginning of Walla Walla or whenever, they had the option of choosing between a penitentiary and a state university, a state penitentiary or a state university.
They chose the penitentiary.
They chose the penitentiary. And now Washington State University is in Pullman.
Yeah,
so I don't know how many people know that.
That's interesting. I didn't know that. You know what's funny about the basketball? Have you been to Hoop Fest in Spokane?
Of course. I've won it.
That was, really?
Oh.
Really? Wait, what do you mean? Like in your league?
I played in the elite division.
Holy cow.
Yeah, we won.
Which year was that?
2016.
That was the year that I went to Spokane.
Okay.
I didn't see you. We didn't cover it like that.
Yeah.
We just would do like, we got to do a Hoop Fest story. And I was the intern. They're like, send the intern to do it. So then I just went around and talked to people.
Yeah.
The next year, Kevin Durant came.
Yeah.
That's super cool. I had no idea you did that. That's awesome.
Wow.
Speaking of work release for Bloomsday, I don't know if you did that too. You ever been to Bloomsday?
I'm not, but I know what it is.
Yeah, so they do, and was I telling you about this? I was telling somebody about it in the car or somewhere. I don't know anything anymore. People take their clothes off, not in a weird way. They like wear extra layers. Like they'll bring like a coat, and it's in the beginning of May, and they'll throw it in the trees above the route where it starts, and it's like a tradition. And then it'll be, so like when the race starts, all of these trees will be lined with all these clothes. And then after everybody leaves, work release people will go through and they'll go in like bucket trucks or like the little extender things, and they'll grab the clothes, and all of that gets donated to like homeless shelters or like Goodwill or different places. So that's the community's way of like, save all your things that you want to donate and then just throw it in the trees. Yeah. Super cool.
Yeah. Spokane has some awesome humongous events like
Absolutely.
Hoop Fest and like that race, like it draws literally.
Hoop Fest, like if you haven't been, anybody who's listening, or like Angee or Paris, I don't know if you've been to Hoop Fest, like you should definitely go because it's like legitimately cool. The entire city of Spokane, all of downtown, shuts down, and it's all just 3-on-3 basketball. Yeah. Like little mini courts, all ages, right? And then you've got all skill levels.
Literally
was like really good.
Over 20,000 players. It's insane.
100,000 people they estimate. So the entire city is just 3-on-3 basketball the entire weekend. Yeah. It's super awesome. Yeah. It's a really hot weekend though, isn't it? Like late June usually. Yeah. Are you going this year?
Yep, I'll be playing this year.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
What's your team name?
Cool.
I don't know. I was just asked a couple of weeks ago.
Just you and some friends?
Yeah, just some friends, and
that's awesome.
Playing in the old man league now. So yeah.
That's super cool.
Yeah.
Sometimes I miss Spokane. When I was there, I was like, don't love the winter. Like to get back over to the west side. But now when I think back about it, and this is just nostalgia brain, I'm like, kind of miss Spokane a little bit.
Yeah.
It's a cool city.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on to don't miss this. Speaking of things not to miss, we have the Auburn Art Showcase that's coming up on Saturday, June 6th. That's at the Postmark Center for the Arts. That is actually an Auburn Junior City Council event. Angee knows all about that.
Oh yeah.
We've been helping to, get all of our ducks in a row for that. So that's it. Again, the Postmark Center for the Arts. That's from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. I'm told that's the same day as prom.
Oh.
For high schoolers.
Is it? Why did we do that?
I don't. But they had to pick a day. So, if you're in high school and listening to this, go to the Auburn Art Showcase first. If you're an artist and you want to showcase your art, it's free. There's a way to submit it. Go to auburnwa.gov/calendar and just scroll down to find it. And there's a little link that you can submit. What was the other thing? Oh, the Auburn Farmers Market that starts.
Oh my gosh!
Next Sunday. I know.
Oh my gosh! I love the Auburn Farmers Market.
Same.
I think it's one of the best ones in like the region.
I agree.
Honestly,
It is super cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's a knife sharpening guy there that I really want to
gosh.
hit up. I'm told he uses just a grindstone. I need to be that annoying guy and like ask him like, hey, how do you sharpen your knives? Do you like use a whetstone? Because like it's important to me that he doesn't not use a whetstone.
I don't know why.
Just like for like a kitchen knife, right? You guys ever sharpen your own kitchen knives? Do you ever use that thing that grinds it through?
My thing, yeah.
Yeah, that takes off a lot of steel. What I use because I'm annoying and I'm like I don't know. I'm just stupid about this and I'm aware of that. You take a stone, it's a whetstone, you get it wet, and then you grind it yourself. Have you ever seen it's like a Japanese knife thing? You like run it back and forth and it takes a long time. I just don't like doing it. Sometimes I do, but most of the time I don't. And I'm just curious if he does.
So it's not
that.
like it's like dangerous to your health or something.
No.
Yeah,
It just takes a long time, and it doesn't take a lot of the
like,
steel off, and it gets it really, really, really sharp. It just takes a while.
Okay.
That's the thing.
Got it.
Anyway.
Okay.
Auburn Farmers Market, that is Sunday, June 7th, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m., West Grove Park. And then the World Cup is starting.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if anybody else watches soccer. I'll watch the World Cup.
I'll watch the World Cup. Yeah, that's about the only time I watch soccer.
Just be aware of the traffic. That'll be a huge impact to our area, especially like when the USA game that's against Australia. That's later in the month, so we'll talk about that the next episode, but just be aware.
Okay.
And then Blood Works at City Hall. Angee, you've been there with me.
I've been to Bloodworks.
Give blood every time that we can. At least I do. Tuesday, June 9th, that's at 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. That's at City Hall. If you go to Bloodworks, you can sign up for it. They do ask that you pre-register. Don't just show up. I think if you do, they'll take you, though, but don't take that from me. But I think if you just show up.
Yeah.
They wouldn't say no.
They say walk-ins welcome on the thing, but I think they prefer
they really
appointments.
like it if you sign up because it just helps. Because they have like a questionnaire, and that's what takes the longest time. But I've timed it. We've timed it. The last time I timed it because I had to take photos right after, so I was like really, really pumping to get it done. 4.5 minutes.
Yeah, Jonathan's
Needle in my
quick.
arm. I went. They have like a little thing. They're like, if you do this, you can go faster. So I was like min-maxing it, right? I was like really trying to like beat the system, and it worked.
I love that for you.
So you can make it really fast. If you're afraid of needles, I am too. Totally fine. Okay, trivia.
Thank God. I'm finally here. I love trivia. Okay.
Have you guys done the City of Auburn trivia that we do? That the Wellness Committee puts on? Okay, when I'm the quiz master, I'll invite you because it's a lot of fun. I think Angee has fun each time.
Oh,
I
wasn't
love
it?
trivia.
Ashley came back because she said that you guys won or something.
She won, yeah.
So,
Which, by the way, there's no collusion. I
that's a
understand
little
from the
fishy.
outside. They won like by a lot. It was like 20 points.
And
I
it
felt
wasn't
bad.
it was because of Jason.
was
He
because of
knows a
Jason.
lot about movies and
okay.
It was music. It was 80s music.
No.
But some of the questions, I was like, yeah, of course I'm going to put in a Taylor Swift one. But like, that's just because it's Taylor Swift. I'm like, obviously Ashley knows that.
Yeah.
Some of the movies I picked, it's like she probably would know it just by knowing me. One of them was Stir of Echoes. Does anybody know what that movie is? See, exactly. But I thought it was obvious. Okay, doesn't matter. Okay, so the theme is park trivia. You both work in parks. I didn't want to do just parks because that's boring. So I did park things, right? The
Okay.
word park is in it, or if it's park adjacent, or maybe somebody. Anyway.
Okay.
There's 9 questions. I think you're all going to be versing each other. Again, there is no tiebreaker, so don't tie, or I'll have to come up with something on the spot.
Okay.
Um,
I'm okay with them going against me too.
really?
Teaming up.
You think
Yeah,
so?
It's okay.
Well, we can see. We'll
We'll
see how it goes.
Yeah. Then we can decide. No, just kidding.
All
right.
And then you don't get anything if you win too. Just breaking rights.
We have the prizes.
We have this material, and if you put it in front of your desk, it'll look like you're driving a car.
And we've got really cute light blue stationery.
We have notebooks.
Oh, I saw those.
Yeah, those are cute.
You can take a little bit of notes a lot, or a lot of bit of
Yes.
notes a little.
Yes. And that you get them whether you win or not. So, all right, let's just do it.
We had hot sauces. What happened? Did Jason take those?
Someone took the hot
Hopefully
sauce,
Jason took
yeah.
them.
Okay.
Okay, question 1. Oh, so then the way you do it is you just say the question. If you know it before I finish answering, great. Just say it. Angie will do it. She'll shout if
Okay.
she knows it.
Ha. Okay, let's go.
When I was writing these, I realized I kind of leaned too much into Jeopardy. So they're going to sound like Jeopardy questions. You don't have to say what is or who is or when is. I just, for some reason, that's what came into my head when I was writing this. Okay. So question 1. People the world over incorrectly stick piles of cash under this Monopoly space and give it the first person to land on it for some reason. What is this called?
Wait,
What is this Monopoly space called?
Free parking.
Yes.
Wow.
Angie hated that.
okay, keep going.
You ever play Monopoly and the house rules
I've
are
never
that?
played. I grew up in
My
a
family
Soviet.
plays that way.
Yeah,
but we
so
put
when
it in the
you-
middle.
Yeah, when you like owe somebody money or like the bank takes your money or like not a player takes it from landing on their property, they'll put it under the free parking thing. And if you land on it, they'll give you the
You
cash.
get all the cash.
But that's not the way the game Monopoly is played. People play Monopoly wrongly, and that's why it takes forever.
Okay. All right,
Wrongly
next.
is not even a word.
It's more fun that way.
I think it is more fun. But see, the thing about Monopoly is, I'm sorry, I'm going to talk about this for a minute. I'm very passionate about Monopoly because the game is so, it's like, it's supposed to hurt your soul. And that's the whole point of it. When you land on something that has not been bought and you decide not to buy it, it goes to auction. So let's say you land on whatever, it's $200. You say, I don't want it. It goes to auction. So then one person says, okay, I'll $200. And then you bid against it. So the whole point is that by turn 3, you are landing on other people's property the entire game, and you're just getting all of your money. You're getting taxed like crazy, and you're not making money if you don't get lucky by landing on the better things. That's all it is. Isn't that crazy, Angie?
But is there a better feeling than being the person that gets to be oppressive to other players in Monopoly?
Actually,
that does not apply to my real worldview, but in Monopoly, it feels so good.
Absolutely, you gotta release some steam. The other thing is when you're the banker, everybody knows you're just stealing, right? There's no way you're not just taking like 50s here and there. And then if you lose, all of your property is supposed to get auctioned off. It doesn't just go away, right? Anyway. Question 2. So Paris, you got a point. Good job. Question 2. This San Francisco urban green space is actually larger than New York City's massively famous Central Park.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna say true.
No. You have to say what the park is.
I know the park because that's where I can see where it's at on looking down on Google Maps, but I don't know the name of the park.
What does it start with?
I'll give you all a big hint. It is named after the most famous monument of the city.
Wait, what city is this?
Golden Gate Park.
Golden Gate Park. Good job. Did you know it's bigger than Central Park? Isn't that crazy?
No, I didn't.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That's cool.
We went on a trip to New York last year, and 5 miles long is crazy big.
That is wild.
For that park to be bigger.
It's big. When you walk into like Golden Gate Park, you're like, oh my God.
Yeah.
It's like a whole city in there.
Yeah.
It's wild. And San Francisco is such a small city too, right? Like the square footage of it is like incredibly tiny. Yeah. It's like one of the most densest cities on the planet because of that reason. Angie, I'm sorry.
Okay. Next one. I'm like very competitive, which will help during kickball. I'm very competitive. I can be a little mean. That's how competitive I am.
That's okay. We need that. We need that energy as long as you're mean to the other team.
No, I'll be so mean.
Okay.
Okay. No, I won't. I won't go against my own. But
sometimes you have to though. Like if somebody makes a bad play.
Okay. Next. Let's go.
Okay. This is a Korean film director. If you don't know it,
oh my goodness.
I'm just gonna give it to the house.
No, I got it. It's Park. It's something Park.
That is Well, this Korean auteur directed thrillers such as Old Boy, The Handmaiden, Decision to Leave, and last year's No Other Choice.
I don't know the first name, but I know the last.
I guess they swap it, right? But
G Park.
No. Oh.
I don't know.
It's okay.
But I kind of
got it. I'm gonna give Jonathan a point here. It's Park Chan-wook.
Oh.
So I feel like I got a half point for that.
Wait, because it's Park trivia. Of course, Park's in the name. Moving on. Question 4. This is consistently one of the highest selling fireworks in the United States, especially for households that have children.
Park fireworks.
No.
Just saying park.
Just think of things that have park in it.
Theme park.
No. It's a type of firework.
Park.
Sparklers.
Sparklers.
A spark. Oh.
Sorry, I had to get creative with this one.
That was creative.
That is a good one.
That was creative.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay.
There's another park question. Park literal. What is the largest urban park in Washington State?
Urban Park.
It's not Wright Park.
It's within a city limit. It's close to Auburn. Dun, dun. Paris, you live in the city that has it.
I said Wright Park.
Nope.
No?
Right. Nope. Think the other one, way to the north.
Oh,
Chambers
Bay.
Nope.
No.
To the north.
South.
As if I know what north.
There's a
south
zoo in
is.
Oh, Point Defiance Park.
Point Defiance Park. Did you guys
I
know
don't
that?
even count that as a park. That's like a whole campus.
I know, it's huge.
Right.
It's like Discovery Park in Seattle, very massive. Point Defiance Park is bigger.
Really?
Yep. And it's within the city limits. I probably tricked you because you're probably thinking like surrounded by buildings. No, just within the city limits, urban park.
Is Point Defiance Park in Tacoma city limits or is it in Ruston?
Mm-hmm. Well, Ruston ends like right on Dune Peninsula.
Oh, okay.
That's where Ruston is, the very tip.
The more you know.
Which I was talking to Ash about that the other day. It's weird that Ruston is its own city.
Not for long.
Funky. Yeah, they're running out of money.
They are.
Question 6. So right now it is Curtis 1, Paris 3, Angee 0. She's not happy about it.
Can we get a womp womp?
All right, let's just
Angie,
do
you
it.
could still win if you close out here.
All right, I got it.
Question 6. The United States has 2 billion of this. Also, they're ugly and nearly everyone hates them. And yet,
Parking spaces.
yes.
I knew. See, And I got it.
Good job.
And that's great.
Is it because I talked about parking the last time?
I think we've talked about parking quite a bit, and how they're ugly and they take up too much space.
Yep. Yeah. This is not one that I think Angel will get. This is not naturally for you, but Curtis might know it. This Spokane eyesore is one of the most recognizable and iconic buildings on the city skyline, and it's one of the few parking structures on the state's historic register.
Is there like a ABCD for this?
It rhymes. Here, I'll give you all a hint. It rhymes with arcade.
The parkade.
Oof.
I feel
that was like a dead tie.
I feel like I should get that because I'm not from Spokane, and so
He's not either.
Cooler.
He just knows Spokane. He just goes there.
It's cooler that I know.
Have you seen the parkade like sign?
No, I haven't seen
It's
it.
pretty cool. So I'm going to talk for a minute about the parkade. It was designed by a famous architect, and it's one of like those old giant parking structures that's massive. It's way too big, and the sign for it is like all concrete, and it says parkade at the top, and nobody really likes it, but also they kind of love it.
Okay, we'll split
it's so
the
interesting.
point. Split it.
Split a point?
1.5. Okay.
I don't know what we do about that, but let's go for it. Okay, question 8. This is the largest park in Auburn by a country mile.
A game farm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow, good job.
That's kind of embarrassing that we didn't get that.
It's okay.
Okay, so it's between Paris and Angee. So Angee has no, it's not because you have 0.5. You would lose by 0.5 no matter what.
So can I get that point
If
back?
you get like some gusto on this, if you get it like so decisively, I will say that you win.
Okay.
Okay. Pressure's on.
If you don't get it and Curtis gets it though, Paris wins. And if
Okay.
Paris gets it, obviously she wins no matter what. No matter how much
Do I have
gusto
to
you
do
get.
that? Do we have to
I
do
think
this to each
regardless,
other?
I'm counting this as a win for me.
I think you should. You deserve that because you got a lot of these right. Okay.
City of Auburn offers a camp of this. The cast of the Office television show would sure be proud.
The Office.
No.
Parks and Recreation.
No.
What?
The City of Auburn offers a camp of this activity. The cast of The Office would be proud that they're doing this.
It's a paper.
It's an activity.
Paper.
No. What? It's like a camp activity.
Wait, what? You have to repeat the question.
It's the
so
way I worded
confusing.
it. The City of Auburn offers a camp of this activity. The cast of The Office television show would sure be proud. I would say I don't know, the characters in The Office, they do this in
Is
The
it-
Office show.
What?
I've never seen that show.
I've never
so I
seen
have
it
no
either.
idea.
really?
I've seen The Office, but give us a little more information.
You run and jump off stuff?
Parkour.
Parkour.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
It's the park, I'm telling you. I'm sorry.
Oh, the park.
I wasn't even thinking along those lines anymore.
Yeah.
I
was
know.
like,
Yeah.
This is like Mad Libs or
Blank-faced.
something.
Yeah. That last question. Sorry, guys. my brain's.
It's
like,
okay. Paris, good job.
you.
You won
Great job,
Angie's Arena.
Paris. Yay!
That was amazing.
Paris won Angie's Arena. You now win a blue notepad.
we should step this up. On Brook and Jubal, don't they win like money?
Yeah. We could probably write you a check or something.
You can win a cameo appearance on a social media post.
Which I do need you guys for. Don't we owe like some people like king sized candy bars
I think
for
we
winning?
do. Yeah. We haven't been tracking that though.
We haven't.
Hopefully there's no interest because we definitely forgot.
we forgot. Okay. All right.
Well, thanks so much for being on the
you
show.
guys.
This
Thanks
is a
for
lot of
having us.
fun.
Yeah.
We didn't say, hopefully people are listening to the end. If people want to sign up for camps, probably they're full or like activities, auburnwa.gov/parks. A lot of information, all that you can drill down to, including summer stuff, events, adult recreation. So,
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you all. Bye-bye. Bye.